Hello, I'm Mara Maxwell from FruitNet Media International, and I'm joined now by Roberto Rodriguez, Export Sales Director from Mission Produce. Welcome, Roberto.
Hola, and thanks for the interview.
You're very welcome. It's great to have you here. Now, Roberto, there is a lot of new avocado acreage coming through on a global scale, and Asia is going to be integral in terms of absorbing some of that new volume, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I think during COVID, we had a little bit of lull, but I think the markets are coming back. There's more excitement. We were just in China, very excited to what we saw. Most retailers are showcasing ripe avocados, which I think it's key. It's been a key for our success, and it's working. I mean, the ripe concept works everywhere in the world. You know, we're ripening in China. We've been ripening in Japan for more than 20 years. Korea is starting that same concept, so it's coming back. We're really excited.
And I guess the good thing about starting in brand new markets is that you can hit the ground running with the ripe and ready concept. And that's a big advantage, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. We have over 40 years experience. So when we start a new market, take Korea, you know, we send our experts, our technicians, and we kind of show them the basics of how to ripen, and they just run with it. Once they see the benefit, where the consumer really appreciates a ripe avocado, they can't go back. They can't go back. I think it's been key to our success.
Absolutely. And you know, a lot of new producers or supply countries are gaining access now to Asian markets. What has Mission Produce been doing to sort of develop its production base to better serve the Asian markets?
Yeah, so one thing we've been doing, we have a lot of production, our own production. We're vertically integrated in Peru, for example. So what we've been doing is try to extend the window, try to start a little bit earlier and go a little bit longer. I think that's really important. We're the grower in Peru. And after Peru, we have options. We have great production in California, Mexico. A new up-and-comer is Guatemala. So we're really focused in Guatemala. They don't have access to a lot of these Asian countries yet, but it's in the works.
And you're there and ready to go. Presumably, you know, they've got the technical know-how when it comes to growing avocados. It's just getting into the market that they need to do now.
Well, absolutely. I mean, we are the grower in Guatemala. So we're there, boots on the ground. Same case when we started in Colombia. You have to have physical presence and apply our know-how and, you know, grow the right avocados. I think that's key.
And because you do such a lot of volume out of Peru, you will be very pleased, no doubt, about the new port developments that are happening there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the more options we have, you know, the more efficient when we get from A to B, it's crucial. It's really important.
And then in terms of your distribution network here in Asia and China in particular, what investments have you made to improve that?
Well, just brand new. We've been ripening here in China for quite a bit. We started in Shanghai. We have 4 distribution centers now, 4 distribution ripening centers in China. So it's huge because not only we're able to access first-tier cities, but we're going into second-tier cities as well. So we're able to reach more of the masses in China.
And just looking at your map there of whereabouts you are in Asia, I noticed that you're not yet present in India. Is this a market that's interesting for Mission?
Oh, absolutely. I think the key for India is you either have to be close or in the country. I mean, there's companies already looking at growing in India. So I think that's really smart to develop that market. And Mission has to be close. We have to be really involved because I think it has huge potential.
Absolutely. And then in terms of Mission itself, you had a very strong start to the year, helped in large part by pretty healthy avocado prices, shall we say. What's the outlook looking like commercially for the second half of the year?
It's looking really good. I think most producing countries are back on. Last year it was off just a tad, but I think next year, in terms of availability, it's going to be really good. Our California season is looking good. Our next Peruvian season is looking good. Colombia is looking good. So that's always good for the consumer. When you can get a price a little bit more accessible, it's just great for consumption. It just takes off. So it's looking like an on year for us in general.
Okay, and so just in terms of the last few months of 2024, are there going to be any supply issues or are we looking okay?
No, I think we're going to be okay. I mean, it's looking to be an on year, thank God. Next year, our California crop is looking good. Peru's looking good. Colombia is looking good. Some of the Mediterranean options are pretty healthy as well.
And it has been, I think it's fair to say, a little bit sort of stoppy-starty, the Asian market, you know, when it comes to increasing consumption. What more do you think that suppliers can and should be doing to get Chinese consumers in particular to eat more avocados?
I think a couple things are happening in China. I think it's important. There's some projects to start growing in China, so I think that's important. And I think the other thing is to have it consistent 52 weeks a year and always give the consumer a ripe avocado. I think that's really important. And we were just in Shanghai a couple days ago and really happy with what we saw. Most of the offerings is ripe avocado, so it's a ripe presentation.
It is, and as you said, that's kind of like the great thing about starting from scratch in new markets, particularly in Asia, is that you can go straight in with ripe and ready, and that is really key to growing demand, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's easy. It's a proven concept that we've perfected over the years. So it's worked everywhere. It's working in the U.S. It was working in Canada. We've been ripening in Japan for almost 20 years now. It never fails.
Okay, so Roberto, we focused there for quite a long time on avocados. Tell us what's new in your mango business.
It's really exciting. We've been in mangoes for about 4 or 5 years now, and it's taken off because the concept is really similar to an avocado. If you have a ripe and ready mango, it's going to sell a lot more. And so we're having ripe mangoes with the right supply, yearly supply. So right now we're sourcing in Brazil, Ecuador, Mexico, Peru. So it's the same concept, have it available, be vertically integrated, and just have the ripe and ready mango. It's key.
And you've spoken of all those countries that you're sourcing from. Presumably that's primarily for the US market, but are you also supplying any Asian markets with mangoes?
Yes, we're currently supplying Korea, some of our Korean customers with Brazilian mangoes. So it's slow, but it's getting traction.
And I suppose the beauty there is that, in Asia, branding is key, and the Mission brand is particularly strong. So I guess if you've got it in avocados, it makes sense to transfer it onto mangoes.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yes.
And finally, what would you say to people about why it's so important to be here at Asia Fruit Logistica?
Well, I think it's a must. I mean, we do a lot of business in Asia, so it's a good opportunity to see your customers, shake their hands, ask about the family, go to dinner. It's a whole experience. You have to be here. We've been here for 10 years, and I think in the future we'll always be here.
Absolutely. And this business is so much about pressing the flesh and seeing people face to face, isn't it?
Yes. Over the years, you just make a lot of friends. The relationship is key. Shake their hands, go out, and it's about the fun as well.
Absolutely. You can't forget the fun. Well, Roberto, thank you very much for joining us
You're welcome.
today.
Thanks for the interview. Thank you.